Hi. ECSports is back. Last week, I was a little sick and under the weather. Actually, we both were. We went to the Bulls game. We actually had to leave, so
We
apologize
left
for
early.
that. Plus, it was the holidays. So, happy holidays. We're back. Dion and Anthony. Got some ECSports happening for you. What are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, big night.
Mm-hmm.
Big night. I get revenge tonight. A long-standing revenge. First, we start off with we have the Giants saga.
Mm-hmm.
Landon Collins and
Sorry, we got our
Apple.
producer finally, so he's going to finally work.
We also have your streaking Chicago Bulls. And
This
when I talk about the Bulls, I could taste a New York strip with a side of portobello from Steak 48.
Really? Okay.
And then our last segment of the night, we have the NCAA college football playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm pretty excited to get into because I think it's going to be awesome this year.
Okay. Turn it on. All right, so let's start with, you say we got some football?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right, let's knock that out. See what's up.
Okay, so first, we have the Giants situation. A couple of Landon Collins comments towards another defensive back on his team.
I brought this up.
You want to reiterate the comments?
Yeah. So basically, a good football team last year. This year they were terrible. Obviously, losing Odell Beckham Jr. was huge. But we're talking about the New York Giants. And short, Landon Collins, who's out on IR, he's out for the year. He has a radio show every week, and he pretty much said that one of his teammates,
Defensive back.
Eli Apple, who's in his second year, is a cancer on the team. And then he sort of passive-aggressively said it, which was even kind of worse.
Yeah.
So he says this, and it was all over the news if you haven't heard. And I just think it's kind of, it's like an oxymoron to call yourself a leader and then blast your teammate in the same situation. So what's your take on it? I think it's pretty fucked up that you could, first of all, the kid's a second-year player out of Ohio State.
First round pick.
First round pick. That's how he addressed it. He said there's a first round pick that's a cancer. At the end of the day, you got to make sure that everybody is,
It's quite simple for me. I mean, you never throw a teammate under the bus. To go that in depth and try to, throw one of your teammates under the bus is pretty nuts. I mean, it's something that you should probably grab the guy and say, hey, be, like you said, be a leader. Grab him in a leadership role and say what you have to say and carry on. I mean, you don't have to publicly make it known, especially to the media and the press, that this guy is a cancer in the locker room. So, I think it's wrong on many levels, and I love Landon Collins' game. I think he's awesome. I think he's one of the best tackling safeties in the league, along with Harrison Smith and a couple others. But at the same time, yeah, like you said, if you're going to be a leader, then be a leader. Pull that guy aside, try to coach him up, mentor him a little bit, and move on.
Now, can they coexist after all of that situation? I think that's pretty much like.
I hope that Apple was man enough to reach out and say that's something you need to do. You need to. I think that he needs to reach out as a man and say, hey, like, why would what would make you say those things about me, and then go from there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't just sit around on the situation.
No, I mean, like I said, he is literally in his second year, and we're talking about a guy that's a perennial Pro Bowler talking shit about you on the radio,
right? In
the media, where you're brought up, especially Ohio State, is the your team, and this guy is like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna blast him off,
right?
Say it, so on and so forth. They already fired the coach. The owner came out and said he made a mistake by allowing what happened to happen. So that team is in disarray, and to add this at the end of the season, I just don't see them being able to coexist with that type of situation going on. But I mean, that's today's NFL. You know, we're going to the situation where, you know, everybody's in the media now, and everybody has to, you know, state their claim, whether it's social media or radio, and you know, now it's getting to the point where it's affecting how teams coexist.
I agree. I mean, the entire Giants organization is a mess in itself. Obviously, with the quarterback situation, the coaching situation, every situation.
Okay.
But in general, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Listen, when a team is heading downhill, these guys make it worse. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially guys who aren't on the field, which is even more astonishing. You know what I mean?
Ken McKay wanted to let us know he's naked again. I just wanted to.
Thank you, Ken.
Yes. So, with that being said, let's go to the college playoff that's coming up this weekend.
College football playoff. I mean, we're not gonna disrespect any of the other teams playing this weekend. There's a lot of other good games that are on.
Way too many.
The Tax Slayer Bowl, and
don't forget the Chocolate Buttercup Bowl.
The Chick-fil-A sponsored by Northwestern Mutual Insurance Bowl.
Yeah.
But
it just keeps going and going.
But let's get into the final four bowls here. So we got. I mean, now that it's coming to a close here, it takes so long to see the game. The anticipation is a build-up in itself. We have Alabama versus Clemson, 4 versus 1. This could be the best 4 seed of all time. Then we have an Oklahoma led by Baker May, my boy.
Baker May, who didn't go to Disney, by the way.
They didn't have beer.
Yeah, I just read that on the Shaft. He didn't go to Disney.
So we got Baker May versus a rough Georgia D. What's your take here on these games?
Obviously, the Alabama and the Clemson game it's a legendary game. Their coach is just his coaching style is amazing. So great football game.
There it is, Waves.
And making sure that everybody, you know, goes out and has fun. I feel like I'm an NBA player talking about, yeah, you just got to be aggressive. Make sure we get the ball to the teammates. But no, like college football is, you know, you got Clemson, you know, you got Nick Saban, you got against each other, and I'm interested. What's your take?
What I like about it is there's some great coaching going on. Dabo Sweeney, you got my guy Kirby Smart.
The name alone, Dabo.
Then you got Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
Just sounds like a strong Southern man.
Totally.
Then you got Nick Saban.
He saved.
I mean, it's just phenomenal football. However, I do think, and I would love to see, Baker Mayfield win, but at the same time, I think that Georgia D is going to win the whole thing. I think that they have what it takes. I think Kirby Smart is just as good of a
he is
just as good of a coach. He was the D coordinator when they were rolling, and the bottom line is he's very accountable for a lot of their national titles, and now he's got his own team, and here they are. Georgia's a powerhouse, and their defense is winning the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Georgia Dogs winning the entire thing.
Let's pull this back a little. We're going to do some mechanical work as we connect. We're doing some mechanical work as it goes, backing up a little. No? Okay. Great. Keep going. Keep going. Keep talking. We're still on. Man, you just got to tilt mine up. This one's good. Facebook, we'll be right back.
You're going to have to flip the camera.
See who you
Oh, I got it. Let's see. Big Head Crystal Ball says that Alabama's going to pull it out. Nicky Saban's going to coach him up and, do his thing. Who is an interesting...
I agree, since they've lost to Pittsburgh this year.
You're in his shot.
That was their L.
Yeah, new producer. Sorry, guys.
But you can never count them out. They
Ever.
never are out.
Ever in the
They're never out.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
I got Bama. I mean, my picks last week, 2 weeks ago, were atrocious. Next year, I promise, just for my listeners, that my college knowledge will be more than that's what's up, like hockey. I'm going to really get into it and make sure that, everything is better than it was. So,
Right.
I'm going to go Bama. It's a safe pick. And that shit.
They're the favorite as the 4 seed, so.
But yeah, so that's where we're at. So, we're tiptoeing.
I'm going to let you lead into
No,
this
I mean, we're
next
talking
segment.
about LeBron. So, LeBron James. LeBron James had a tough go at weren't very giving. Let's say the refs didn't have any gifts for pretty much the king of the NBA. Why don't you go through what happened with LeBron and let us know what happened. I'm sorry, I said happened twice. Let us know what happened on Christmas so our fans that don't know could
I'm going to talk about LeBron instance, and then I'm going to go into something I never do, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to go into collusion. I am going to get into collusion tonight.
Okay. Well, before he gets into collusion, Brian, we got your question. We'll answer it because we're going to get into Bulls next. Go ahead.
So, LeBron, in crunch time, takes the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Durant, with his 9-foot arm,
He has a 9-foot wingspan.
comes over the top. Sure, he does touch the ball. He also touches the shoulder and the head.
Okay.
No foul.
0 foul.
Turnover. Going the other way.
Going the other way.
Next possession, LeBron beats him baseline. He gives him one of these into the rib cage.
Uh-huh.
Turnover. No foul. Going the other way. Okay? 2 incorrect calls.
Okay.
The third instance, not only does he turn the ball over, he then respectively boxes out Draymond Green. He wraps the arm here.
As such.
They call a block.
You made a simple statement before the show. I mean, what did you say? It was pretty much like what? You think it was fixed?
Here is where the collusion. As a gambling man, I have the Cavs +5. Okay? With all of the collusion, or with all of the incorrect calls that take place, they're down exactly 5. With 6 seconds left, they're down 5. They inbound the ball to Klay Thompson 99% of the time, except for when Anthony D'Amato bets the game.
Mm-hmm.
They inbound the ball, they dribble it out, 5 points. Except Klay Thompson grabs the ball, he's about to dribble it out, then he runs full speed down the baseline for no reason. Full speed down the baseline, up 5, no chance to win the game for Cleveland. He runs into the player. They call a reach. He shoots the free throws, 6, 7. I was absolutely livid. My Christmas was ruined. Ruined my Christmas. Ruined it. I went from winning the bet to 3 no calls to pushing the bet. Oh, and then we fouled the 93% free throw shooter who ran down the side aimlessly for no reason at all.
But wouldn't you rather it happen now on Christmas when it doesn't mean a lick of cow dung than in the playoffs? Or in the finals?
Because I can guarantee after the recent comments made, those guys game ever again. They will never get a Golden State Cleveland game ever again.
It was that bad.
They will not be on the floor.
Now, you know how usually the NBA will come out and they'll say, this was missed. I think I saw it. Didn't they say they missed like 3?
But the NBA says it, but the refs don't admit to it, which is where tempers flare. The funny thing is, these were such bad calls that SportsCenter actually, they put together 6 minutes aside to put a segment on that zooms in on these fouls, and then an X in red comes up this big across the 70-inch.
Wow.
And it says, incorrect no call. Incorrect no call. Like you died. You know when you die in a video game and the X comes up? That's what happened.
Wow. I think the refs came in saying we're not going to allow LeBron to pull this. I don't think he pulled anything. I just think he got demolished. He got hacked. And they're just making the drama more deep for what we're looking forward to. Because a lot of people don't understand, like IT4. Is that his number?
Yeah.
Who?
IT4 is, he's already playing in the G League.
The G.
So he's in the G. So he's just getting ready, and for all intents and purposes, everybody's saying that this Cleveland team is far more suited to oust Golden State this year than last year. Their bench is solid. Once Derek Pooh Rose comes back, he's going to help them as well. So
I'm going to tell you right now, when they get IT back,
and Pooh,
you guys, I'm going to say this now. This shit don't take place till June, and I'm saying it now.
whoa,
When they play each other in the finals, yes, I said it, the Rockets, they have a shit coach, and they will get demolished.
they do have a shit coach.
They will get demolished.
The guy that
They play 0D yet again. They will get demolished. As I carry on, when IT plays against Steph in the finals, mincemeat. He's going to destroy him.
Whoa.
He is going to...
Statement.
He will destroy him.
Yes.
Right here. The little man is going to bring it. If he's healthy, he's bringing it. It's going to be a destruction.
Yes.
I see no contest this year, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
No contest.
No contest? We're
Zero.
talking about KD. We're talking about Steph Curry with the shot, boy. We're talking about Chet Thompson.
Steph Curry only
Talking
with the
about
shot.
Draymond Green with his atrocious three-point shot.
Don't forget Andre off the
Andre
bench.
Iguodala and Livingston who headbutts refs. And Stevie Kerr.
You heard it.
Wow. Okay. We got a question
With a healthy Cavs.
from
Good night.
producer. Go ahead.
I just thought about it. I was gonna say is OKC even a question, but I just thought about it.
What do you think their problem is? Is the coaching?
I'll tell you what. They have zero depth. Have you watched the
Yeah,
game?
they have no depth.
Yeah, that's what I thought about.
Have you watched the game? Russell, George, Mello,
Steve Adams.
Steve Adams,
Roberson?
Yeah.
and Roberson, who cannot score, by the way.
Yeah.
That's
You
your
might as well
starters.
just run the other way. Start cherry picking when he has the ball.
Those are your starters.
Okay, good starting lineup though. He's a great defender, perimeter defender. However, the backups,
I can't even
Terrible.
tell you.
I played them in.
they're
the game.
horrible. They emptied out the bench for trades.
Yeah. They
Cantor's
scream.
killing right now on the Knicks. Killing. Did you see his Christmas Day game?
Yeah, nice.
Did you see his Christmas Day game?
No, what do you do?
31 points,
outta here.
22 boards
Holy.
on Joel Embiid.
Damn. All right, Ennis.
He was working. He put
Turkey's looking for
the
him.
hard hat on. He was working.
Turkey's looking for his ass.
The Christmas morning shift. He was on it. He
All
was
right.
killing. I'm going to let you transition into this next part of the show, which will end our show today. I love that it ends the show.
So, Chicago Bulls.
That Bulls.
They're doing pretty good. We have a bet going, and I'm
For those avid listeners,
I'm frightened right now.
as you should be. Their
I
best
pretty
player's
much
still
said
out.
that the Bulls will not win 20 games this year, and they're already at 12. I don't know what's going on. They don't understand what tank means. They set you up to tank, and you keep winning games. Stop winning games. You are not set up to win.
That live
You're
segment at Steak 48,
lose.
when I'm eating a friggin' New York strip, I'm going to put the napkin in my collar. In my collar for the live segment we got over at Steak 48.
This is embarrassing.
I'm not even a Dracula hanging down. That's
so,
how hungry I'm going. I'm going to starve myself.
For those that don't know, we have a bet. Bulls hit 20. I'm toast. I'm a well done steak, which is really
strudel.
good. So the winner gets Steak 48 meal. And
My favorite.
Bulls at 12. They have 12 wins right now. I mean,
without their best player,
they're doing good, and
they're hot.
I don't know what's going on, but you know, Chris Dunn decided to play right after we interviewed him.
Love Chris. Way to go, Chris.
They're having a very good season. Brian Jones asked, "Can the Bulls make the playoffs?" In the East, honestly, I'm not going to say no.
Who's eighth in the East right now? Do we know?
We got to go to the chef somehow.
Let's pull up the chef.
Yeah.
Here. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Because Zach LaVine has not touched the floor yet.
At all.
The most explosive player on the Bulls is not on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Eastern.
Bulls are in 12th place, and they are 6 out of the spot. They're 6th out of the 8th seed. And the way they're playing now, it's not hard to see.
So there's 34 games played, so there's 50-something games left, which means, I'm just going to be honest, anybody can make the playoffs at this point with 50-something games left. However, I will reiterate what he just said again. The Bulls were 3-20. They're now 12-22. I think they won 7 in a row, dropped one, won 2 in a row. I think they're like 9-1 in their last 9 of the last 10. If you can carry on 9 of the last 10, but even if you could split that or maybe go 7-7.
6 straight home
3
wins, first time since Derrick Rose era. Wow. Interesting. I mean, Fred's got these kids playing. He stated it in the summer.
He did tell
at
us.
the
We laughed at it.
Media day. He
We
said, "I'm a
laughed.
coach. I'm not out here to lose, and I'm not going to lose." And we laughed at it. From Fred, when John Paxson and Gar were saying, "Hey, we're not expecting you guys to win. We're expecting you guys to play hard, and well, you know what? They're not."
And then Fred got up there. I'm not here.
Just
He
like
actually he contradicted what was said 4 seconds before by the GM.
by the GM and
Johnny, I'm
vice
not here to
versa.
lose. I'm here to win.
Hey, Gar. Yeah. So
And you know what? He's doing a great job.
I'm not a quitter. I'm never gonna say game's over. I lost, but the Bulls are making it really hard for me to believe that I'm going to go into Steak 48 and not have to pay the check. So we'll let the season play out. Zach LaVine is yet to come back, which scares me. But
Well, they got 16, 17 wins by
the trade
the
deadline.
All-Star break.
Hopefully they
You might
trade
have an
the
early
tank.
dinner.
Nico Mirotic is playing out of his mind. I honestly think he's just playing to get traded.
He might be.
Because
The shots he's hitting
I
are
have never seen him
legendary
play.
shots.
Like, he is playing, making us look crazy for what we said. But
He is.
what we got left on the at the end of the day, the Bulls are the Bulls, and it is what it is. So we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your night. ECSports, don't forget we're on TV. Check us out every weekend on Channel 19 in Chicago.
Comcast.
On Comcast. And
We are. He's at 12.
Saturdays and Sundays Saturdays at 12, Sundays at
1, right?
Yeah. Any other time, we'll let you guys know. Follow our podcast on iTunes. If you have an iPhone, just simply hit the iTunes little podcast purple app and search ECSports. For those without an iPhone, for some reason, go to the Spreaker app for your podcast, and then just search ECSports, 2 words. All right. For Anthony, I'm Dion and Dylan. Take care.